Dear grade 12 students, welcome to this English session. In this video, we are going to focus on the speaking skill. So please get your student's book and open it on page 82. Today's lesson has two learning objectives. For the first objective, you will complete a dialogue with suitable expressions. And for the second objective, you will use expressions for giving and asking for opinion, agreeing and disagreeing in context. As usual, we will kick it off with a starter activity. As you can see, there is a chart in front of you and 4 language functions on your right hand. Your task is to match each group of expressions with the correct functions. So please pause this video here and put the functions in their appropriate place in the chart. Great. Now let's see the answers. The first group of expressions like I believe or I think that, from my point of view, I'm inclined to believe that, can be used for what? Excellent. These expressions can be used to express opinion, which means when you are invited to give your opinion on a subject, it is better to use one of these expressions. Let's take an example. You are asked to give your opinion on smoking. So it's better to start by saying, from my point of view, smoking is harmful to our health. Very good. Now, what about the second group of expressions? Very good. These expressions are used to ask for opinion, which means when you invite people to give their opinion, you can say, what do you think? Or what is your opinion? Great. The next group of expressions like I don't think that, or I don't think so, or I see your point, but are used for what? Excellent. Disagreeing, which means if you don't share the same idea or the same argument with a person, it's better to use one of these expressions. Well done. Now the last group of expressions will take the remaining function, which is agreeing, which means the expressions like you have a point there, that's true, I couldn't agree more, can be used when you share the same idea with a person. Very good. Now, let's begin with the first objective. You have a dialogue between Gary and John. Your task is to choose a suitable expression from the list on your right hand to fill in the gaps in the dialogue. So please pause this video here and fill in the gaps with the correct expressions. Great. So, which expression have you chosen for the first space? Excellent. I don't think so. John here uses an expression of disagreement. Let's check it out.
Hi John, would you like to come to the gym with me later? Hi Gary, I don't think so. I prefer to exercise outdoors.
Well done. We carry on with the dialogue. As for the second space, John uses an expression of agreement. So, which expression do you think fits here? Very good. Sounds interesting. Let's listen to the answer.
But going to the gym is great fun. You can meet lots of new people. Sounds interesting, but I don't think I can afford it.
We continue with the same task and the same dialogue. So please again, pause this video here and fill in the spaces with the expressions on your right hand. Very good. Now, let's check the answers. What have you chosen for the first space? Excellent. Do you? Now listen to the justification.
Actually, membership doesn't cost much. I feel that the many facilities are worth the money. Do you?
Excellent. We move to the next space. Which expression does John use here? It's an agreement expression. Very good. Which one? Very good. You have a point. Let's check it out.
Yes. The gym has a lot of great facilities to help you keep fit, such as the swimming pool, weights room, and squash court. You have a point. Still, I don't feel comfortable exercising around other people.
Good job. Now, which expression fits in the next space? Excellent. Doesn't that sound good? Now let's listen to the justification.
Why not? Everybody is really friendly, and the staff are always helpful. Doesn't that sound good?
Finally, the last space will take a which expression? Very good. Let you know. Let's listen to the justification.
Well, I'll think about it and let you know.
Very good. Now in the dialogue between Gary and John, we've seen how to use expressions for agreeing, disagreeing, giving opinion, and asking for opinion when we discuss a subject. Now we move to the second objective. In the coming activity, you will practice giving and asking for opinion, agreeing, and disagreeing. Here is your task. You are taking part with one of your classmates in the celebrations for Qatar National Day at the Qatar Cultural Village, which means you and your classmate are going to participate in the celebrations for Qatar National Day. These celebrations take place in Qatar Cultural Village. Your school has a stand there, and it's your job to choose the best aspect of Qatari culture to showcase in the stand. So, first, you will talk together to decide what aspect of Qatari culture you want to showcase at your school stand. Then, say why you consider this aspect important. And finally, specify products you will exhibit in order to best represent the aspect you have chosen. Of course, this video will guide you step by step to make the conversation. So, before we start making the conversation, we need to find out about the aspects of Qatari culture. So please pause this video here and think of some aspects of Qatari culture. I will help you with one example. You can think, for example, of religion. Islam, for example, is part of the Qatari culture. Now it's your turn. Very good. Now let's see the answers. You can think of language, lifestyle, gestures and body language. As you know, some gestures or body language have different meanings in different cultures. Then you have also values, concept of friendship, holidays, dress, and here we mean by dress the type of clothes people wear on different occasions. So different cultures have different dress codes. We continue. You can also think of history and finally cuisine. The word cuisine is originally a French word which means the kitchen. But in the English language, we use it to refer to the style of cooking. So we say the French cuisine, the Italian cuisine, the Qatari cuisine, which means the French or the Italian or the Qatari style of cooking food. Very good. Now the practice stage. As I have said before, we will lead you through this video to make the dialogue between you and your classmate. But first, let me remind you of the task. You will discuss with your classmate the best aspect of Qatari culture to showcase in your school stand at Qatara Cultural Village. Please remember to use expressions for giving opinion, agreeing, disagreeing, and asking for opinion. In other words, make sure you use the expressions we have seen in the starter activity. So, let's start. I will play the role of your classmate. Well, Qatar National Day celebrations are taking place at the Qatara Cultural Village. What do you think is the best aspect of Qatari culture we should showcase in our school stand? Now, it's your turn. Tell your friend that history can be a good part of Qatar National Day celebrations. Please pause this video here and think of a suitable reply. Well done. Let's see the answer. You can reply by saying, personally, I think that history can make a good part of the National Day celebrations. So, you notice here that the expression in the box, personally, I think, has been used for giving opinion. If you have used another expression like, I think, or in my opinion, your answer is correct. Also, if you have come up with a sentence with similar meaning as the one shown in the video, you are correct also. For example, if you have said, I think that language can be good for the National Day celebrations, this answer is good and correct. We carry on with the same dialogue. It's my turn. I see your point, but in my opinion, we should choose a much deeper aspect of culture. Do you agree with me? Now it's your turn. Agree with your classmate, then suggest focusing on values because they come from religion and history. So please pause this video here and write a suitable response using suitable expressions. Well done. Let's check this out. You can answer by saying, that's true. I'm inclined to believe that values could be a good choice because they come from our religion and history. As you can see, I have chosen here to use that's true as an expression for agreement, and I'm inclined to believe as an expression for giving opinion. Of course, you can choose to use other expressions from the chart we've seen in the starter activity for the same functions. Good job. Now it's my turn. That's exactly what I was thinking. So we are settled then. Now it's your turn. Agree, then ask your classmate about his or her opinion on the products you can exhibit in order to best represent Qatari values. So please pause this video here and write a suitable reply using suitable expressions. Well done. Now let's see the corresponding reply. You can answer by saying, yes, we are. Well, what do you think are the products we should exhibit to best represent Qatari values? In this reply, an expression to ask for opinion has been used. Can you identify it? Very good. What do you think? Excellent. Again, if you have used other expressions for asking for opinion from the chart in the starter activity, your answer is correct also. Also, it is accepted if you have come up with another reply similar in meaning to the one displayed before your eyes. Great. We continue with the dialogue. It's my turn now. From my point of view, we can display items that show the importance of family in our country, like family gatherings. Now it's your turn. Agree, then add that you can exhibit items of clothing and dress. So please pause this video here and think of a suitable response and make sure you use suitable expressions from the chart we have seen in the starter activity. Excellent. Let's see the reply. You can say, I couldn't agree more. We can also display some items of clothing and dress. You notice that the reply has an expression of agreement. Can you spot it? Excellent. I couldn't agree more. Of course, like the previous replies, you have the freedom to use any expression that has a similar function. Now, let's read through the whole dialogue. Well, Qatar National Day celebrations are taking place at the Qatar Cultural Village. What do you think is the best aspect of Qatari culture we should showcase in our school stand? Personally, I think that history can make a good part of the National Day celebrations. I see your point, but in my opinion, we should choose a much deeper aspect of culture. Do you agree with me? That's true. I'm inclined to believe that values could be a good choice because they come from our religion and history. That's exactly what I was thinking. So we are settled then. Yes, we are. Well, do you think are the products we should exhibit to best represent Qatari values? From my point of view, we can display items that show the importance of family in our country, like family gatherings. I couldn't agree more. We can also display some items of clothing and dress. After finishing our dialogue, now you know how to express your opinion. Invite people to give their opinion. Agree and disagree using suitable expressions. So please, when you are invited to give your opinion on a subject, make sure you use the expressions we have seen in this video. Now we come to the end of this lesson. Thank you very much for being attentive, and remember that this video will be available on Microsoft Teams. Goodbye.